All right, we have this word problem here. Bryce needed to purchase a large order of fidget supplies for Quality Hill. He was allowed to spend $859,239 on fidgets. However, he only spent $272,650. How much money was left? So let's first identify the two things we know. We know that Bryce had this amount available to spend. This is our whole. However, he only spent $272,650. So this is one of our parts. So I'm going to start off, as usual, drawing a tape diagram. My whole is how much he was allowed to spend, $859,239. He only spent this much as a part. So I'm going to label my part, one of my parts, as $272,650. The other part, I do not know. It is the unknown. And I'm going to label it F for fidgets because the question is asking me how much money was left. So we need to solve for F. Now, I'm going to use the standard algorithm. I don't have my algorithm graph, but I can draw out my own. So to draw out my own algorithm graph, I'm just going to draw some vertical lines. I have numbers all the way up to the hundred thousands place, which means I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So here I will put my ones, my tens, my hundreds, my thousands, my 10,000s, and my 100,000s. Notice how even when you don't have the paper printed for you, you can always make your own, okay? So now I'm going to put my whole on top and my part in the second row. So that I don't get confused, I'm going to draw a different colored line at the bottom so I know where my answer will be at the bottom. So my whole is on top, like I said, $859,239. One of my parts on the bottom, $2,722,650. In this equation, I am subtracting because I am looking for a missing part. So off to the side, I'm going to write my subtraction sign so I remember what kind of problem I'm doing. Now I'm going to look from right to left to make sure that all of my numbers on top are big enough to subtract from the bottom. So 9 is bigger than 0. 3 is not bigger than 5. So I need to borrow from 2. I'm going to take 1 from 2. That means that this 2 becomes a 1 and this 3 becomes a 13. Okay, 13 is bigger than 5. I'm good now. 1 is smaller than 6, which means I need to borrow from 9, which means 9 becomes an 8, and this 1 becomes an 11. 8 is bigger than 2. 5 is smaller than 7. So again, I'm going to borrow from the 8. The 8 will become a 7, and my 5 will become 15. Okay, now all of my units on top are larger than the units on bottom. I'm ready to subtract. 9 minus 0 is 9. 13 minus 5 is 8. 11 minus 6 is 5. 8 minus 2 is 6. 15 minus 7 is 8. 7 minus 2 is 5. Here's my solution. $586,589 is what F is equal to. It doesn't tell me to write a statement as my answer, but I'm going to practice doing that because I know that on my test it's going to ask me to. So I'm going to write, Bryce had $586,589 left, period. That is the end of my word problem. I have my evidence with my tape diagram, my standard algorithm. I say what F is equal to, and the most important part, I write a sentence or a statement to show that I understand.